Hey Scrappy friends, it's Audrey. Welcome to day 5 of 'Tis the Season, 12 days of holiday scrapping videos. As usual, Virginia and Lori are joining me with pages as well, and some other guest designers too, so check out their links to their pages and channels in the description below. Okay, so I am using some cut files again. I have this cut file from Virginia's store, Confessions of a Paper Addict. And I love this frame. It's such a pretty, pretty cut file. It can go in a corner. I'm going to actually put it in the middle of my page and kind of make like a, I don't want to say a grid, but I'm going to put it in the center of my page. And then I wanted to have a title too, and I have some pictures of us on our snow day last year. And then this cut file, Baby It's Cold Outside, is from the Cut Shop. And I thought that they kind of looked cool together. And I have this kind of like a film strip series of pictures of me and the kiddos on our snow day last year on December 2nd. Ironically, today, as I'm taping this or recording this voiceover, we have a snow day today too in the Northeast. So it's kind of funny that my page today is about a snow day. I honestly did not plan that. Okay, so you see the cut file there, and I decided to put it in the center of the page so that I could use the left-hand space for journaling or a title or something else. I cut out the Baby It's Cold Outside, but then I wasn't sure if I was going to use it. And I took out the crepe paper Snow and Cocoa collection and all the little bits I have in there. I picked this collection because I thought the colors and it really matched the colors in my photo. We have some funky colors going on there, some red and yellow and pink, and of course these are snow photos, so you know, I wanted to make it look wintry too, so that was a little bit of a challenge, but this collection went perfectly. That snowflake pattern paper, by the way, that's actually a Hip Kit Club exclusive, and I was going to start with that, but because I had so many other snowflakes on the page, I decided to go with the plaid paper from the Snow and Cocoa collection. So again, this was, I was really just going to highlight the cut file, but then I found the cute Let It Snow banner, and I really liked the gold glitter, so I thought I would keep that. And then the little chipboard frames were just the perfect size for the photos. Again, I hadn't planned that. They just kind of fit over my photos perfectly. So things are going pretty quickly with this page. To pick up on some more of the gold, I thought I would put a few of these gold snowflakes on here. And now because I'm not going to put the title on the left, I'm like, what am I going to do over there? So I'm planning on doing my journaling and maybe adding just a couple other embellishments there. So I'm kind of happy with this design. Again, I had planned it all out in Silhouette Studio, so you know, it's not, once I get to the page, there's really not a lot of designing to do. It's mostly just, you know, putting the elements on and what elements I want to use. So this layout actually goes pretty quickly. So I've matted my photos and I'm going to distress the edges. I love the look of the distressed edge. I think it, well, especially in this case, it kind of looks like, you know, a snowy edge. And I will cut the strip to fit the top of my page. I kind of just eyeballed where I wanted it. And I'll glue that on. Okay, and now I am going to go over this. Oh, let me cut off my strip here. Might as well, since I have my trimmer out. I hardly ever use my trimmer. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I very rarely use my paper trimmer. The only thing I really use it for is to cut my borders off the bottom. And sometimes even then, if there's a pattern on the paper that you can like eyeball, sometimes I just cut it with my scissors. I don't even cut it with the trimmer, but anyway, I'm going to gesso over this background a little bit because I am going to do some mixed media on here. And I really want to use some colors that pick up on the colors in the plaid paper and the other embellishments. So I picked out a couple different colors of shimmers, both some spritz and some inklings and some creamies and some shimmers. And I'm going to start with the blue and just kind of, I'm trying to highlight the area that's going to be underneath the snowflake cut file. So I'll start with blue, and I probably should have let these dry a little bit more before I went in with the other colors, but I was just really too impatient. Plus the blue and the pink overlapping isn't that bad. It does kind of become a little bit more purple, but you can still see the pink, and I think that pink really matches the pink pretty well. in the pink in the pattern paper rather. Okay, and then I have a little bit more coral color. I'll just go in with that. Just kind of add some depth to the pink there. You can see that one started to mix with the blue a little bit. And I'm not really worried about where the pattern paper meets the cardstock because my photo will overlap that. And then for the yellow, I didn't really look for a yellow. I knew that this shade of Distress Oxide, the Antique Linen, was kind of like, I guess it's not an off-white, but it's like a dirty white, I guess, would be a yellow. So it really looks yellow, but it was the perfect shade of yellow, kind of a really, really light mustard. And that's exactly the color I was trying to go for to match the yellow there in the pattern paper. Okay, so I love how that came out. It really makes the snowflakes pop out there. And then I thought, oh my gosh, do I want to cover up those snowflakes with the Let It Snow? And I decided to go ahead and do it because I like the Let It Snow, and you can still see the white snowflakes there. It's pretty subtle. I'm going to complement the snowflakes on the bottom with a cluster on the top. And I liked the dark pink elements. The dark pink snowflake and the dark pink kind of little chipboard banner piece, and then the dark pink snowflake in the top left. Okay, so still trying to figure out what I'm going to put over there on the left-hand side. I added one more peach chipboard snowflake kind of right over my photo there. And I'm going to change that one gold glitter piece out. It was a little bit more too yellow. That particular gold die cut was just really, really yellow. So I'm going to go with a chipboard little glitter gold snowflake. And so in this bag, I had this piece of cardstock that I had foiled like probably a couple years ago for a page that I made, and it's kind of like this iridescent, like opalescent foil. It's really pretty. It's from ThermoWeb, from when I was in the ThermoWeb design team. And I noticed I had punched snowflakes out of it for a previous page I made. Honestly, I can't even remember what page that was. I think I have an idea, but anyway, I thought, oh, let me add some of these teeny tiny snowflakes on here, and it will just add a little bit of sparkle. So this is really pretty. You can actually see some of those snowflakes there on the page sparkling when the light hits them correctly. So these are, again, just a little tiny subtle accents to kind of have a little bit of shine and just a little bit more interest. All right, so I'm pretty happy with the way this is laid out. It kind of went by quickly. Once you get a design in mind, it usually pans out pretty fast. So now it's just a matter of gluing everything down. I'm going to glue the bits down on top that I can, and then I'll layer what I can, and then I'll go back and start gluing down the base things on the bottom layer of cardstock. The snowflakes, besides the pink one, because you see a lot of the pink one, I actually end up cutting them in half because I'm trying to maybe save some for for another page, because I don't have enough other scrapbooking supplies that I could not sacrifice an entire snowflake for a page. I'm using a lot of liquid glue because these chipboard pieces, layered on top of gesso, on top of photos, and the glitter, things don't really stick well to glitter, so I had to make sure that was really tight on there. This, I probably should have tried to adhere this a different way. I mean, the only other way I could think of adhering this, besides putting glue on every little piece, would be to use the sheets of sticky dots, but I wasn't sure if that would stick on top of the mixed media and the gesso, so I am just going to put a whole bunch of liquid glue on this cut file. I noticed in my final photos that little tiny bits of it are coming up in some areas, so I'll probably have to go back and kind of just touch up some spots with some glue just to make sure that it is sticking down completely. I thought about popping it up off the page, but oh my gosh, there's just not enough paper area to put a foam piece on to pop it up, so I'm just going to leave it flat. And then I add both tape and liquid glue to my photos. This is my new thing because I'm really worried about these tape runners because they're just a cheapy brand. I'm really worried about them starting to like come off my pages, so I'm going to reinforce with some liquid glue as well. I don't just use liquid glue because I find that the liquid glue takes forever to dry on the craft foam. So putting both solves both my problems. So that's why I use both liquid glue and the tape runner. I will pop the Let It Snow off the page too. And of course I'm going to play with it, like where do I want it exactly, that's fine. Voila. And I do go back and I add a little tiny bit of journaling on the left there on that vertical line, and that does it. So you can see all the colors of paint there, so pretty, and the gold, and the sparkles, and the snowflake shapes. So this was fun. I love my snowy pages. I love snow days. Who doesn't love a snow day? Guess what I'm doing on my snow day today? Scrapbooking. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Be sure to check out the other ladies' pages today, and stay scrappy, my friends. Happy holidays.